again. It's a rich thing.
Welcome back to another video, guys. So I'm going to get straight into this today because I've slowed it down a bit. So it's got a bit long. So I'm doing a builder gel set. I'm using Madam Glam Builder in a Bottle. This is Builder Light Beige. I'll explain more as the video goes on. So for your natural nails for a builder gel set, you need to start by buffing off the shiny surface on your natural nails. I'm using a practice hand today, but yeah, buff all that shine off your natural nails, dust off all that dust, and then I like to give them a clean. I just spray them with a bit of alcohol, get rid of all that dust using a stiff brush under the nails, down the sides, cuticles, everywhere. And these are the tips that I'm using. These are tapered square from Glitter Planet, and I'm just using regular brush on nail glue. So just a tiny bit of glue in the nail tip, and I'm just going to hold that on just for a few seconds, and then I'm going to squeeze it in at them side wings. Just make sure them side wings are properly stuck down, because they do tend to stick out sometimes. Yeah, I've slowed this video down just a little bit because builder gel sets, I do all the nails that I do fly through them quite quickly, and this is just going to be a back to basics, complete beginner kind of tutorial on how to do a set of builder gel nails using Builder in a Bottle. So I'm just going to show you this pointer finger because every nail is going to be the same pretty much. So I'm just filing up the sides. I wanted these more of a coffin. They were quite square. I wanted them more of a coffin. So I've just brought them in a little bit each side with the file. And I wanted them quite short as well. So again, I'm just buffing off the shine on that nail tip. Gel will not stick to a shiny surface. So always get rid of the shine on your natural nails, on the nail tips. And then I've given one last clean, really good clean. So I'm using Madam Glam base coat, and I'm really scrubbing that base coat, nice thin coat, scrubbing it right into all them scratches. Before your base coat, guys, on your natural nails, you would have to use your primer and your bond, whatever system you use. Right, so look at that colour. I love it. It's perfect nude base colour, isn't it? Right, so to start with, I'm going to do a slip layer. Just a nice thin, even coat like you would do with a base coat. And I do this because it helps the next bead that I put on. It just helps it glide down the nail easier. It really does help to do that slip layer first. So I'm going to start with quite a small bead really. And I keep twizzling my brush round to get it off. And then I'll push it into my cuticle area, as close to my cuticle as I can get it. And every time I twizzle my brush like that, it's just to get it off my brush. And then if you point your finger downwards, the gel will naturally start to drip by itself. And by swiping side to side like that, you're just guiding it and getting it down the sides rather than it just dripping straight down the middle. You're just swiping it side to side to get it to kind of drip evenly down that nail, and try and keep it really thin at the tip. Can you see I only have a tiny bit of product at that tip area? And then I'm going to swipe up and down them sides, make sure my sides are all covered and there's no little gaps at the sides like that. And then on hot days, today was quite a hot day, the gel was runny, I just hold the hand upside down like that. Or if you've got a client, you can ask them to put their hand upside down, and that'll just pull the gel back into the middle, and it'll help with your shape and your apex as well. So I'm going to stick that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then this second bead, this is a bigger bead. Same thing, I'm going to push it into my cuticle area like that. But this bead, I'm just going to leave most of it up in that top third and just pull a little bit of it down like that. Because these nails, they are still quite long. You're going to need a decent apex, quite thick. And your apex area is kind of the tip of your natural nail. Where your natural nail finishes, that's your stress point, where if you caught your nail or banged it, that's where it would snap. So that's where you need it to be the thickest. So that second bead, I've pretty much left a good chunk of it up there. And same again, I've just swiped down the sides. And then I've pulled out Madam Glam's detail liner brush. It's just a nice thin skinny brush, and what I do with this is I'll use it to get that builder gel even closer to that cuticle and to help just blend it in a little bit with the natural nail. I mean, you don't have to do this, but a lot of the time I will do it. I will use a little skinny brush just to help get it closer to that cuticle area. And I'm always pulling the gel over the tip like that, because you get a little bit of a lip sometimes on the tips and the gel gathers there. So before I put it in the lamp, I always pull the gel just over that tip. Can you see? Pull the gel over that tip and over the sides again, and then that's going to get a full 60 seconds cure now, guys. So I'm going to show you how I file these nails now. Make sure you get that tacky layer off before you do any filing, because it will just gunk up your file and it won't work. So I start by doing my sides. I go straight up my sides like that. Make sure I've got both sides perfectly straight, and then once I've got both my sides perfectly straight, I can leave them alone then. I know my sides are done, they're straight. So I'll start at my cuticle area and I'll just start swiping left to right, all the way down that nail, just to make sure there's no little dips and divots, and just to make sure that nail is completely smooth. And then to round my sides off, I like to go up the sides again with my file, but rounding them sides off like that. Can you see? I start at the sides and then just kind of bring it round to round them sides off. And then I'm going to make sure my tip is perfectly straight as well, just like that. So that's that done. I'm just quickly going to go over it with a buffer just to get it even more smoother and just to buff out some of the harsher scratches that I've done with that nail file. I like to file with a 150 grit really, but whatever you're comfortable with is fine. So I'm just going to give that one last clean, and that is that nail done now, ready for nail art. So I think I'm just going to show you doing one more nail, guys. I will speed this next one up. Every nail's going to be exactly the same. So I'm going to start again with that slip layer, nice thin even coat, completely cover that nail. And again, that will just help your gel. It just helps your gel glide over that nail so much smoother. So roll your brush and get that bead off your brush. Push it and tuck it really nice and close to your cuticle, and again point your finger downwards, let it drip and just guide it all the way down like that. Then I'm going to swipe again up and down my sides, making sure there's no little transparent gaps or dips, and then I'm going to hold that nail upside down again, and then I'm going to go in with the detailer brush. So I'll just let you watch this last bit of this nail, guys, and I'll be back. Right guys, so that is all 4 of the nails built, all filed, all buffed. Look at these colours, oh my gosh. So we have got Yellow Cab, Meet Me in NY, I Love NY, and Pop the Champagne. So these are all from Madam Glam, gorgeous colours, love them. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of each colour on my palette. Super easy design, guys, really pretty though, perfect for summer. So I'm using the long fine liner from Madam Glam. I love this brush. So I'm going to start with the pinky. I'm going to put a different colour on each nail. I'll only show you 2, I think, because they're all the same. So I'm going to just do, starting from how can I explain this? I'm not doing a line down the side. Look at it like I'm doing a really long triangle. The point of the triangle is up there, kind of halfway between my cuticle and the tip of my finger. And then I'm bringing it slightly outwards. If you was to just do a straight line down the side, you wouldn't see it. You've got to kind of bring it out a bit as you get towards the tip. So yeah, it's like a really long skinny triangle. Like this right hand side, you couldn't see it very well. So I've just brought it out a little bit more. Can you see? I'm just making it wider at the bottom. So yeah, just really long, skinny triangles. And the point of it needs to be like halfway between the tip of your finger and your cuticle area. And then I'm going to do a straight line straight across the tip. I've kept this in real time, guys, so you can see I am actually quite slow at nail art. I don't fly through it like you all think I do. I am quite slow. So I'm going to stick that in the lamp for 30 seconds and I'm going to do exactly the same on this nail. I'll just show you doing this one quickly, guys, and I'll skip past the other two. And also, guys, let me know in the comments if this is something you would like me to do more often. Just a kind of beginner, easy beginner basics kind of set like this with easy beginner nail art. Yeah, let me know if this is something you'd like me to do, maybe once a month or something. And I'll see how many of you request it. And yeah, I might start doing something like this once a month. Right, so that is all 4 nails done. How pretty are they? I love just plain simple nails, believe it or not, I really do. So all what's left to do is top coat. So I'm using Madam Glam's no wipe top coat. Just going to get all these top coated. No bling, no fancy extras, just top coat. And that'll be then finished. So there we go, guys, that is then finished. Easy, simple nails. I love the length, I love the shape, I love the absolute simplicity of the nail art, I love the colours. Yeah, and I think they are bang on trend for summer, aren't they? Anyway, guys, that is it for today. Don't forget to let me know if this is something you'd like me to do once a month, something easy and beginner friendly. Don't forget you can get 30% off Madam Glam products using my code. It's always in my description box with a link to the website. Please remember to give the video a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And hopefully I'll see you all back in my next one. Take care, bye.